What do I care how many protests are engulfing the globe right now? These so-called Muslim protests. In response to this movie, if you believe the official story, yeah, the movie is causing this worldwide massive protest movement. I think there are certain factors that influence the bodies of humans, especially males. Things like solar flares. I think things like that can be a partial influence to the so-called Arab Spring and what we're seeing now. But where is all of this even going? And how much of this even matters? There's a war for your minds, and you need to, that's not just some corporate slogan for some alternative media empire. There is a war for your mind. Minds. And keeping people in the box of Muslim versus Christian is a very big part of that war for your mind. And what I'd like to know is how many of these so-called Muslim groups, how many of these people have we seen protesting the giant 9/11 lie? We haven't seen very many, but yet we see all these protests all over the planet that are causing people to get involved and get interested, and their emotions are firing up, and all these things I read about with Muslims and American politics. Is Obama Muslim? Does Obama want to help these Muslim countries? Meanwhile, he's bombing Muslim countries with drones. It just shows you how divided they can continue to keep us and how confused and how misled, and it's very unfortunate. There are obviously other issues that are important in addition to 9/11, but how can these groups be taken seriously when they don't take the attention that they have and start raising questions about 9/11, about why the U.S. is even in these Muslim countries? But we don't see that. We see these Muslim groups, burning the American flag and yelling and screaming and making a spectacle out of themselves, and we just see more anger come as a result of that, from just people being, fed information from the tube and Fox News and CNN and MSNBC just spewing out all these distorted messages. It's all designed to keep people divided. And I'm asking you, where are the Afghans? Where are the Muslims that are speaking out against 9/11, the big great 9/11 lie? You're not really seeing it. I'm half Afghan. I'm not Muslim. My soul is far too advanced to worship some false god. Don't mean to offend anyone. Certainly don't want to suppress anyone's belief out there. But I don't believe in just getting in line with the Judeo-Christian, Catholic, Islamic understanding of the true God. I believe there is a true God out there that loves all of his children, that doesn't believe in staging race wars, that wants you to learn from this experience on earth and not fall into these boxes. And that's something that a lot of Muslims, a lot of Christians don't seem to understand because they have it in their genes. You've heard me talk about this before. Or they just seem to just gravitate towards submitting, of course, with the ass up in the air. Oh yeah, take that ass. And that's what they know. That's what they're told. That's what they believe, because they're not truly following God. They're following what a man wrote down in a book says is the word of God. So they need to learn something a little bit more. I think a lot of these religions of the world, these people that follow these religions, about what a true God might be. That aside, wow, that's just a whole other topic. I don't think these are genuine protests. I think there's a lot of animosity that's out there, rightfully so. I don't understand why there isn't more of an uproar against the real injustices taking place. And we see people get upset about a movie, and then you see the media spin it, and then people look at it, they give it attention, and they'll, want to know, well, what does this mean? Where's this going to go? Who the fuck cares? You really think this is the big issue right now? While we see so many other things taking place that aren't given the attention. No, they want people focused on this because they want people angry. Either getting angry at one group or getting angry in response to the angry group, just divide and conquer, just control it from both sides. Look at them just go round and round and round like a bunch of monkeys. No, I'm not saying that to be racial against everybody. I'm talking about everybody. Everybody. The whites, the blacks, the Middle Easterns, the Hispanics, the Asians, everybody that chooses to get involved in this divide and conquer game, acting like a bunch of monkeys. You don't want to be a monkey. Don't behave like that. Step out of that paradigm. Step out of that box. And talk about the real issues that affect us all. That's all I'm trying to say. That's all I'm trying to say. Protect your mind from the mind control and realize you don't have to put your focus and attention on things they want you to have your focus and attention on. There are other things your attention and focus needs to be on. There are other people that need you to speak up for them because they don't have a voice. It's friggin' bizarre, folks, being half Afghan and looking at all these people, these Afghans and Ansaris, that's my last name, and all these Muslims that don't got shit to say about the New World Order. Sometimes I think they're in the situation because they haven't learned to use their voice as their primary weapon of choice because they're still falling into the paradigms. And I may be wrong, but at times I feel that way. So it's important to keep your mind on the big prize, the big issues that affect us all, and not fall into this division. Ooh, we're illusions of identity. Oh, we're Muslims. Oh, we're Christians. Ooh, we're Afghans. Ooh, we're Americans. Ooh, we're Africans. Ooh, we're Chinese. Just all these illusions, all these traps. How much more information do you need? What else do you need to learn in this world to realize there's more that connects us, that makes us similar than things that divide us and keep us separate?